So here we have a dead KK with a very interesting box. This is practically a full dark box. There's only like 2 or 3 non-dark characters here. I see Deedlit, I see Iris, and I see Juggler. And there's really no secondary faction going on here. It really is just all dark characters, so he just goes straight for the Bozel first pick. So I go for the double tank ban since he only has 2 tanks in his box. And since he's AoE, I kind of avoid picking Landius or Leiden here. So unlike what I often do, I instead go for a more rush-oriented strategy, I guess you could say. Not entirely rush, that's just not very possible for my box. But instead of picking my tanks or my healers, I just start picking DPS like Ares. Here I get rid of 2 of his best movement enablers, Imelda and Iris. Although he's already picked Egbert, who has teleport now, so he's actually a very good enabler as well. And I picked Chris, who sort of is an enabler. I mean, it's really just down to RNG. But Chris also provides some nice immunities that will matter later in the match. He picks Deedlit after banning Leiden and Landius. Very good choice there. It means that he knows that Deedlit can bust Juggler, and he wants to get rid of the other 2 tanks that Deedlit can't really deal with as well. Juggler can survive Deedlit if he's at full life, but you know, if he takes any sort of cherry tap, then Deedlit will just kill him. So in this case I get rid of Sonya and Toguro, who are 2 very strong Juggler busters still. And in this case he actually lets me have Rean. I don't play Rean very often, but really anytime the opponent has no good dispels, or no Rosenseal, or if I just want to have a lot of AoE damage even, Rean can fill that role. In this case, of course, he has Deedlit. The Deedlit alone is not enough to stop Rean, not even close. So despite the fact that he only really has Egbert to teleport, he still has really nice reach because Ren can shoot really far. And he also has Phyrexia, who he just decides to just teleport in immediately. I didn't want to risk the possibility that Phyrexia would jump in and teleport Jugs forward with her displacement skill and then kill somebody else. So I just jump in with Ares immediately despite bringing his AoE skill. I think he was kind of expecting me to do this too, so he's basically just trading his Phyrexia for my Ares, which is a really good trade for him. So in comes Deedlit, takes out Ares without any problem. And now he just sort of advances on me without any fear, because I don't really have a long-range striker anymore. Ares was the key to doing all that. I mean, Juggler of course can jump very far, but he alone is not going to kill anybody like Ares might. So here I make a really stupid mistake, and I actually run Rean into Bozel's range. Basically I just had a brain fart, made a huge mistake here. The nice thing is that I have a couple immunities on Rean thanks to Chris. But in any other situation, I would say this is the kind of mistake where you would deserve to lose for it. So in comes Bozel, spreading all kinds of debuffs. Like I said, Chris provides a couple key immunities here. Most importantly, she provides Strengthen to stop silence from happening. My Rean is not using a bracer because, I'm not a whale. I don't have like 16 bracers lying around. So he follows up with a good Bozel sleep on Rean. This is one of the few things I'm actually not immune to right now. So it probably looks like I'm in a really bad situation right now. I mean, Rean is slept. He's going to get heal blocked. I can't heal him up even if Juggler gets hit. Bozel and Ren are both here to give me lots of debuffs. And I am not really protected against Egbert either because, like I said, not a ton of bracers to go around. So right now I have no choice but to jump my Jugs and barely hit anybody with the 3C because I need to put Rean under Magic Guard. And obviously I didn't bring Great Dragon Barrier. So Chris of course attacks here but doesn't really do anything because Rean is heal blocked. And Rean is stunned, so he actually takes the last action of my turn and it gives turn priority over to Dead KK. This is one of the reasons Sleep is so OP is because on the following turn, it's almost like giving your opponent 2 moves in a row. Because the stun character obviously just ends their turn and does nothing. But at least my Rean has finally woken up and I can do a big AoE. And I get really good RNG here. I get a curse on both Egbert and Ren, plus a silence on the Bozel. The Bozel was a Boots Bozel. So Deedlit comes in, tries to get rid of some of the debuffs and takes out Almeida. And at the same time, Dead KK here had pretty bad luck as well. He didn't get any clocks on his characters. Assuming he enchanted with clock, which I see no reason that he wouldn't have. So he has little choice other than just start pelting Juggler with single target attacks. And I do a little bit of damage with him with Master of Ice. And since Deedlit killed Almeida and I got a clock on Termination Slash for Rean. That means I get to do another Termination Slash here. And, well, I mean, what is there really to say here? So, that's sort of the match right there. There isn't a whole lot left other than D-Lit running around trying her best to kill somebody, but, you know, she's at too low life now to really kill anybody. So there's a match where I just made a huge mistake but ended up winning with luck on my side. And, you know, just another showcase here to show how crazy Rean is. I mean, it's not just the fact that he can do that much damage in AoE and that he does, you know, all those crazy debuffs. It's also the fact that, you know, he has that cooldown reduction, which was why I was able to use Termination Slash that second time after clocking. Rean heals himself after every time he uses a skill, and you also saw how tanky Rean is. I mean, he could take so much punishment and still not die, and sure there is a wind wall at the end there, but I don't think he even needed that to survive, not even close. Pretty much the only thing Zalong forgot to give him was a revive. But anyway, I guess that's all there is. See you guys next time.